And the hits keep on coming. Rutgers lands a couple more guys on Monday, 4-star recruits. Let's get to it. Another good weekend of commitments from highly rated recruits. Last weekend, obviously, we got 9 recruits and added another one on Monday. We added Jarek Gordon, offensive lineman from Florida, yesterday. Another really good commit. Today, we get a couple 4-star recruits and absolutely love these commits, not just because they're highly rated, although that kind of helps when you attract 4-star recruits. Other elite athletes tend to take a look at you and tend to want to jump on board, build that bandwagon momentum. Nonetheless, we got a couple guys today. Taeiq Hayer, out of DC corridor. He's a top prospect. He's a 5'11", 185-pound safety. ESPN top 100 guy. He's number 98 and a top 10 safety in the country. And you know how well Greg Schiano and staff coach defense and that secondary. There's no doubt that a guy like this can very likely be at least the second-day pick in the NFL draft. So I like that they're bolstering and continuing to support a strength and attracting more guys, more elite athletes to that secondary, knowing that we are DB, we're becoming DBU. But another reason to like him is not just because he's a 4-star athlete and we're kind of pilfering that Maryland, D.C. area, the commit list. And I've said this the other day. Well, it's one thing to beat out, Boston College or UConn for commits, but when you're beating out Power 5 programs, elite Power 5 programs, name brand Power 5 programs for commits, that's where you know you're making progress, at least on paper. His commit list. Taeiq's commit list: Auburn, Georgia Tech, Penn State, Notre Dame, Ole Miss, Wisconsin. Good job by Greg Schiano and staff to building a 2025 recruiting class that this looks like it could not just be a top 10 class right now, but if they keep going down this road, it could be a top 10 to 15 class when it's all said and done. Total 21 commits right now. Pretty impressive stuff. But I love the fact that we have in our second commit another 4-star guy, which you always have to love. Offensive lineman Josh Blackston out of Maryland. Another guy out of the Maryland, D.C. corridor, which wasn't always fertile recruiting grounds for us. And Maryland, the past few years, has been doing a really good job with recruiting. I don't understand why. They're kind of like a middling 500 team, explosive on offense. Kind of down the stretch, they fade a little bit and wind up being, kind of an average team. Nonetheless, they were doing a good job with recruiting. If we're making inroads in their backyard, that Washington, D.C. corridor, that is a great sign. Josh Blackston, 6'4", 285, sort of a bigger, taller, kind of offensive lineman, kind of athletic. Put on an inch and 20 pounds. Remains to be seen if he'll be in. Nonetheless, number 11 recruit out of Maryland. And this is another trend that I kind of like. We're getting, the number 2 guy out of Michigan, the number 6 guy out of Connecticut, the number 11 guy out of Maryland. We don't have to just rely on getting the top recruits out of New Jersey, as fertile as it is right now. Greg Schiano and staff doing a fantastic job of expanding their footprint. So it's been another good weekend. There's probably going to be some news tomorrow, for better or for worse. Elite offensive lineman, number 2 recruit in New Jersey, Jalen Matthews, 4-star offensive lineman out of Toms River North, expected to make his announcement Rutgers not really considered. They're kind of in the mix, but not really. Not perceived to be near the top 3 of his choices. Number 93 player, ESPN 300, so another nationally elite player. But even though Rutgers hasn't been at the top of the list of some of these top recruits, we've landed some guys we weren't expected to get. So let's see what happens. Keep our fingers crossed. If we can get the number 2 recruit in New Jersey and add yet another offensive lineman, that would be just absolutely spectacular. The future is certainly bright. To finish up with, so we all know about Eric Legrand and his launching of Legrand Bourbon, which we have here. Eric Legrand, Kentucky Straight. Absolutely, don't let the celebrity fool you. This is actually really good bourbon. I like it a lot. I'm in the business. Had the opportunity a few weeks ago to do help sponsor an event at Bellworks in Homedale. We had the honor and privilege tonight at By Right Wines and Liquors of having Eric attend our annual charity golf outing and luncheon/dinner. And he made an appearance. I'll be posting some of his comments at the end of this video and a response from the attendees of the event. But if you haven't already, Eric Legrand's Kentucky Straight, it's going to be at a good price. It's going to be under $40 retail. It's actually pretty good bourbon. As someone who technically I'm a wine guy and have tasted and sampled thousands upon thousands of wines in my life, past several years I'm beginning more into bourbon. Eric Legrand bourbon, smooth, round, has a little bit of heat. So if you like a little bit of structure, a little bit of concentration, it has some of that as well. Nice flavors and aromas of caramel, maple, vanilla, and oak. Really terrific buy, and actually good bourbon. You'll see Eric's number 52 at the top of the bottle. This is one that you should have in your bar. This is one, if you're enjoying the national brands we all know, like Woodford, which we all like, and Maker's Mark, and the like. Eric Legrand, certainly available statewide, and in particular at the By Right Wines and Spirit stores. Give it a shot. You won't be sorry. $5.20 from each case goes to the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation for Spinal Research. He was at our charity event tonight. Eric was at our charity event tonight that supports the Hackensack Meridian JFK University Medical Center and Sarala Bethina Foundations, helping cancer patients. And so grab yourself a bottle today and enjoy some really good Kentucky Straight bourbon. There's going to be another release coming out in the near future. Keep an eye out for that. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your week. Let's hope we land an elite offensive tackle tomorrow. And let's go. Are you? Eric Legrand Bourbon.
Well, I appreciate that donation. Thank you very much. It's great, obviously, to be here tonight and tell you, obviously, who I am. But what I'm doing right now, and I'm grinding away in my life. I'm in a good place right now, 14 years into my injury. You know, God willing, I've been through some stuff, but I'm here today and pushing through each and every day. But I don't let this injury hold me back. And I've traveled around the country, around the world, and a lot of times people see me have a cocktail, and they're like in shock, like, wow, you can drink? I'm like, yeah, I can drink. Just because I have a spinal cord injury doesn't mean I can't drink. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to create my own spirits brand. And that led me to reaching out to my business partner holding out the microphone, Brian Axelrod, who's worked with the likes of Jay-Z and Conor McGregor. We came up with Eric Legrand Kentucky Straight Bourbon. The idea started back in 2020. We launched with our distributor highlighted in 2023, March 1st, and we're proud to say that we're going throughout the states, we're being able to give back to my foundation. So my number was number 52 in college, so we donate $5.20 back to the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation for every case that we sell. So we're not just trying to sell this for a gimmick. No, there's a purpose behind it, there's a mission behind it, and there's 5.6 million Americans that are dealing with some sort of paralysis. One day, we want to live Christopher Reeve's dream. That's a world of empty wheelchairs. and we're going to do that. But I paid him to sell a bottle of bourbon. So once Brian and I are long gone, that bottle will be able to sit on the back shelf and be able to share that story. We will be able to do so. I'm hoping I'm calling out on every liquor store in here. You got to reach out to your ally rep and sell Eric LeBron Kentucky Straight Bourbon, because we're not here, like I said, as a gimmick. We're here for a purpose. I live this life every single day in this wheelchair. And there's so many other people that don't have the same platform that I have. Well, I'm the voice for them, and we're doing it through a bottle of bourbon. So thank you guys for having me today.